Hello everyone, welcome to the Jewish Week Online. There's an idea in Judaism to be a light unto the nations, and that is what Jewish Heart Africa does. They go into Africa using Israeli technology and enhance villages around the African continent. Let's learn more about Jewish Heart for Africa. So tell us a little bit about your organization.
Jewish Heart for Africa's mission is to bring Israeli technologies to African villages.
And you know, new technologies is sometimes difficult to bring to undeveloped countries. How do you do it?
We use the best of Israel, especially solar technologies, and we install them on schools, medical clinics, orphanages, and we're also using the solar energy to pump water.
And you know, when you're redeveloping a village, it's sometimes difficult to try to figure out what the needs are. How do you determine their needs?
Usually 90% of Africans do not have access to electricity, and very few of them have access to clean water. So usually everywhere we go, in Uganda, Tanzania, and Ethiopia, in the remote villages, there is need of solar energy, specifically in schools and medical clinics. Since they don't have electricity, they don't have vaccines and medicines because they don't have refrigeration. So what we do, we install light, we provide them with refrigeration, vaccines and medicines, and all of this with Israeli expertise and Israeli technologies.
You know, there's an idea in Judaism to be a light unto the nations. And how do people view Israel and Jews in these villages?
You know, like you can see here tonight, we have many African ambassadors, and we have a lot of support from the African communities. Part of our mission is to help Israeli image, and we are very pleased to see that in both Uganda and Tanzania, and also in Ethiopia, we have a strong support, and we are hoping that the relationship between Israel and Africa and those countries where we are will get stronger.
You have a lot going on at this event. You know, for $10, you can basically fund a little hut. You have a walk to try to win a trip to Uganda. And how do you come up with these type of innovative ideas?
It's incredible. We only founded the organization 3 years ago. We have over 12,000 people, and we have hundreds of volunteers. All the people you see here tonight, everything that is happening is really thanks to the 20s and 30s young Jewish people who wanted to be part of something new, and they came and they're helping and they're volunteering, and it's just wonderful to see it.
That's great. Can you tell us a short story about one of your successes?
Our successes is usually when we go to the villages and when we see the difference in the village after pumping water in the village, for example, where women and children don't have to look for water anymore, when they have water to grow food, when they have income to actually buy fruit and everything else. That's our success.
Great. Well, thank you so much. Tell us how this organization has helped your community.
Very well. Now, I'm a member of the advisory board of this organization, and I just love it because it impacts the lives of the poorest Africans, people who live in African villages. As you may know, we have projects in Ethiopia, in Uganda, and also in Tanzania. And the trend is to expand so that we can reach out to as many people who are needy, who are vulnerable in these African villages. And also important is the fact that we are bringing very sustainable and effective Israeli technologies to impact the lives of the African villages. So we have been able to improve the lives of students by providing solar panels, for instance, to the schools. So we bring lighting. They're able to study, you know, during the day, during the night. At the same time, we're able to bring light to clinics. And also, we have a very exciting, one of the new technologies, that of water drilling. As you know, Israeli technologies in water drilling is about the best in the world. So the lives of the people have been positively impacted by the activities of Jewish Heart for Africa. And one of the things which attracts me the most, which attracts me about this organization is that the bulk, about over 95% of the money that is mobilized goes directly for operational activities.
And that's very rare. A lot of times, like you don't know where funding goes, but with it, you
Exactly.
understand.
So we have with us hundreds of volunteers, meaning that they spend time, talent, and treasure, resources. So that enables us to devote the great majority or the bulk of the resources raised, for operational activities, meaning direct project activities.
So we're at the village right here, and what did you do?
I invested in the Ajabu house, which is all the way on the bottom. The reason why I chose the Ajabu house was because this neighborhood is so lit up, which is great, but the bottom is really dark. So I figured if I put a little bit of light down there, then it might get a little bit more light. And you know what? Actually, there's at least 5 more houses lit.
And that's great. So you're actually funding of the little village.
Exactly. I feel like I'm part of lighting a village. And I think it's an infectious reaction in a way. It's a chain reaction.
Event, there's a bazaar of African yarmulkes, coffee, and different artifacts. Take a look. Tell us a little bit how you got involved in your organization.
Well, I got involved, I met Sivan about 2.5 years ago when she was still a student at Columbia doing her master's. And I said, nice to meet you, what do you do for a living? And she said, I'm starting a charity to help African villagers off the electric grid. It's a more interesting answer than I'm a doctor or a lawyer. And in short, I said, can I see what you've done firsthand? So we took a trip, myself, Sivan, and Rachel flew to Africa. And I saw the work they had done already to that point. This is about 2 years ago now when we took the trip. And I said, if you're going to continue doing this, then I'm going to give you everything I have, and anybody I know will do the same, because the way they changed the lives of the few people I met in the short time that she had been working, the impact that she had and became this 33 projects later. It's a no-brainer.
As you can see, Jewish Heart for Africa is helping thousands of villages around the African continent. This is Aaron Herman. Thanks for watching.